This video is sponsored by BuyMote mobile app.
Technology Real WDR. You do not pay anything extra for it. Just choose a camera quality manufacturer. 10. IP and HD cameras. Let's talk about the pros and cons of both of these formats, and we'll give you our recommendations. IP video surveillance is better in terms of pixel detail and clarity by 20%, but it is also more expensive by the same 20%. HD video surveillance is also quite popular due to the lower price, and now the share of sales of HD video surveillance is about 50%. We recommend choosing IP video surveillance primarily because of the FPS difference. FPS is frames per second. If this parameter is described in simple words, the lower the FPS, the worse will be the video quality if in the frame someone will move quickly or a car will be driving. In 2K and 4K video surveillance, IP significantly wins on the parameter number of frames per second in the HD video surveillance systems. FPS in this format will be at least twice as much. If, for example, compare two identical systems, HD and IP options as in Greco Pro and as in Alpha, at first glance they may seem the same. And there 5 megapixels 2K. Both systems have Sony matrices, the same set of features, but FPS at Greco 15 frames per second, and at Alpha 25 frames per second. Video recording with FPS 25 FPS is more pleasant to watch by eye, because it is uninterrupted and smoother, and also such FPS will help if your object will be a fast-moving object. For example, a car or a person will be running. On a small FPS picture it will be blurred at a stop frame, and on a good FPS will be good detail, and you can clearly see the person's face or license plate number. It is usually accepted in favor of IP video surveillance to tell that there are opportunities for deep analytics, server connection, fiber optic cable connection for kilometers, but 95% of users do not need this and just need good video surveillance with a good picture, motion sensors, viewing from a smartphone, and simple operation, and this is now in both of these formats. About 10 years ago there was a situation that IP video surveillance was more difficult to connect because it was necessary to prescribe IP addresses on each camera. But then there are ready-made sets of video surveillance Brandison with auto start function that became connected as well as HD. That is, now it is enough to simply connect a camera to the recorder and everything else happens automatically. Another advantage of IP video surveillance is that you can connect up to 600 meters and HD only up to 100 meters. Once again, I will note that we tested cameras and recorder ISIN on the original cable ISIN. If you buy another brand, these figures may be different. Most manufacturers have about 80 meters of length on IP video surveillance and about 100 meters on HD, i.e. this advantage can be and the other way. There are manufacturers of CCTV systems that write that HD CCTV cameras will work